everyone, it's Penelope, and I am doing my cranberry jelly. I've got one back here cooking, and it's getting pretty close. So we're going to turn it down just a little bit. I am going to show you how I make my cranberry jelly. Now, the first things first, obviously fresh cranberries, and the juice depends upon what you have or what you want to use. Now tonight I'm using orange juice because that is what I have in the refrigerator that needs to be done. So, the one I made for Thanksgiving, I used peach mango juicy juice. The one I made for Christmas, I used juicy juice cherry and added fresh pineapple. So, this is all up to you. Now, my mommy always used water, but I like using fruit juice because I just think it makes it much better. And as you can see, they're starting to pop and really cook. And then, look at that, it's going to start thickening up. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Now, first things first, we need some cranberries. So, ta-ta-ta-ta. There's my little hole. There it is. So I put my cranberries in. I'm going to save me some of my whole cranberries because I really need those for some other dishes I'm going to do. So we have our cranberries in our pot. We're going to turn the stove on. And I started off on high because I really want to get a good heat going on in this pot. So I'm going to add my sugar. And I don't measure, but what I do is I add just enough that I know it's going to make a jelly. So this is one of those times where I don't measure. I just know what I'm doing for, you know, years and years of practice. Okay. And then what I do is I put my orange juice in. And all I want to do is just get enough liquid to coat up to the top of the cranberries so you can see where that's at. And so what I'll do is I will cook them until they pop, and this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a very thick consistency. We want those cranberries to break up. So you're constantly breaking them cranberries up. Just a little bit, pop them open, so on and so forth. Okay, now this is something where if you have a stomach or a colon issue, when you get to this point back here, you would stop it and you would drain and squish it, press it to get all of the skins out, so that way you would have a true jelly, and probably add a little bit more sugar to it and then cook it a little bit longer to make your jelly. Maybe add some pectin. Now this is always a fresh jelly. I never ever can it per se, but it's something that I make fresh. So you want to keep an eye on these pretty close. And what we're going to do is we're going to swap out. I'm going to move these back and forth. So let's move these pots out of the way. We're going to put this one on the back burner. Pardon how horrible my stove looks. And we're going to put this on the back. We're going to turn it up a little bit on the back. We're going to turn this down in the front. So if you can see this, oh my goodness. And then, once it gets to a certain consistency, we are going to put it in jars. And, like I said, you can put it in the refrigerator, or if you wanted to do a super can, you could can it, water bath it, so on and so forth. I like to jar mine up and put it in the fridge because normally I make it to take somewhere that day that I make it. I like making it fresh. But I am going to can that back portion for later on this winter. This is fantastic on biscuits, toast. You can put it on anything. You can use it as a pork add. You can add it to your pork. Now my favorite one was the mango peach. Oh my goodness, it was so good. But like I said, it's up to you if you wanted to can it, because cranberries only come around one time a year, and that's right before Thanksgiving and a little bit into the Christmas season, and then pretty soon you can't find them. You can't find them at all. So what I'm looking for here is to get as much liquid and see where I'm at with the liquid. I'm popping those berries down, and you can hear them popping. When they start popping, you know you're getting ready to start getting some good thick, because it's going to thicken up. But look at that. You can see it. But look how thick that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this one here in just a few minutes, and we're going to jar it up. I'm going to attempt to jar it up with one hand. This might be might be a little tricky, but I think we're right where we want to go. And as it cools, it will gel. And that's a good thing about cranberries, is it gels pretty good on its own. So I'm going to turn the stove off. I'm going to grab my big spoon here. Oh my goodness, where are you at? I thought I had it out. Okay. Now this jar is wet because I do plan on putting it into the refrigerator. So look at this. This is absolutely fantastic. And we're just going to drop it right down in that jar. And I took one of these to our family Thanksgiving at his aunt's house, and they actually kept all the leftovers and gave me the jar back. So fantastic. So jar it up January. I was so glad I saw this on Prepper Pantry. I was like, I can do something like this. And there you go. And I'll fill the jar up with some of those stuff that's in the back. But orange juice is it's fine to use orange juice. However, I really liked the peach mango juicy juice better. But you don't want to put too much liquid. You want to make sure you add enough sugar to make it thick. And then the cranberries are such a thickening one itself. So there you go. We got some of it filled, and we'll fill it with the rest of that. So I'm going to stand here, and I'm going to cook the rest of my cranberries, fill that big jar, and I'll probably have enough left to fill the little jar as well. So there you go. This is my jarred up January. This is just a refrigerator jelly, and I will use it on pancakes and toast and biscuits, and a little bit of orange juice, some cranberries, and some sugar, and that's all I used on it today. So you'll have a great day. Bye.